When the Titan Lords fell, a new age of might came to Sedaria. An age defined by one simple decree. That whoever was the strongest in Sedaria, enough to slay its previous ruler, would hold dominion over the land. And so it was, for thousands of years. And so it is, yet today. Aloysius, the Mad King of Sedaria, now rules these lands. Over the last 10 years, he has spread his influence. Using cruel hobgoblins and gnolls as soldiers, the land of Sedaria quakes, torn apart by his frenzied greed for the power it holds within. For Sedaria is a lost land, a land of riches unclaimed, of legends untold, of power unseen. A beautiful, vast, and deadly land. It calls to the bold, to the clever, to the daring, to any who would dare its shores seeking adventure. It calls to Megan, the war-forged paladin. It calls to Nyx, the half-elf warlock. It calls to Nizip, the dragon-born rogue. It calls to Tig, the kobold bard. It calls to Zidane, the wood elf ranger. It calls to Trill, the Aarakocra druid. And to those it calls, Sedaria offers welcome. The wilds are not easy, and not kind, but they shall give a tale to remember. For this is the land of limitless adventure. This is the legend of the Wildlands.
Hello and welcome to D6 Tricks, Legend of the Wildlands. I am your lovely host, Alex, and joining me for the first time in a while, my full cast and crew of lovely players.
Ta-da!
Yay!
We have Anne.
Full house, let's go!
We have Atwas.
You are lovely, Alex.
Thank you. We have Juno.
Hello, everybody. I don't have anything prepared today because I've spent the last 2 weeks jet lagged to hell. I'm glad to be here.
We have Professor Moore.
What is up, gamers?
We have Queen Creeps.
Full house, I win. I'm taking all the money.
And we have Toonwolf.
We're playing D&D like a goddamn family again.
It's family time!
Vin Diesel voice.
A family. Oh my god, we've solved it. Megan is Vin Diesel.
Whoa!
I guess.
She is partially based on Iron Giant, so.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Alright, so, for a recap of last time on Legend of the Wildlands,
Thank you, I need this too.
you need a couple sessions to recap.
I do.
Yeah. Well, our heroes were on their way into the frozen northwest of Sedaria when they ran into the Great Bronze Dragon, literally because not only is he bronze in the metallic dragon sense, but he's got a bunch of bronze mechanical bits on him, Kendos Dane, who was an absolute total justice bro. He was very keen to spread justice and was willing to help Nizip find their missing father. But when asked about, hey, there are these dragon cultists worshipping some weird dragon who want you and your followers dead, he was like, no, that's nothing to worry about. Refused to elaborate and left. What a guy. What an absolute guy. Afterwards, our heroes continued their trek, getting into the frozen north. Luckily with pretty clear skies, so no blizzards or snowstorms. which, could change at any time. The weather is very cruel up here. Before getting to a great mountain with some stairs that are incredibly vertical. Not so much, horizontal, but a lot of climbing straight upward. But after doing that, guided by Trill with the power of flight and seeing, hey, watch out, that's a very loose step, it'll probably crumble, our heroes ascended to the last town of the Northwest, Tumulus, city of the Aarakocra. It was a city of a bunch of wooden platforms, stone cliffsides, petroglyphs, and nests, all high atop mountainsides above the first layer of clouds. And it was pretty darn hospitable. Our heroes spent their time looking for various rumors, hearing basically a heavy metal bard singer making a whole lot of noise in what was supposed to be a very quiet inn, and learning, okay, so here is where some landmarks are. So, over towards the actual northwest part, that is likely where you will find the lair of the Vothdar. Watch out if you're gonna fight them, they summon demons. And demons will surround you in a fight, because they're demons, and they're mean. Watch out, there is an ice worm, and there is a big white tiger you should not fuck with somewhere out here. Also, Tanglewood has a hunting lodge up here, and their most local hunt is for a frost giant. Lastly, along with some shopping, they did some looking around wondering, hey, could you give us some leads on where a supposed spirit treasure is? And they learned it was likely the treasure of a tribe of people known as the Torden, who were essentially ancient Viking druids, hunters, and stuff like that. They had a couple of different relics here that were still left behind. A totem pole of some kind, a Viking longhouse known as Holmslotr that was actually pretty close to Tumulus. And there were some mountains to the north that, along the northern shoreline, that could be a lead. All in all, plenty of things to look into. And after we did some shopping with some petty bickering herbalists and apothecaries, we resume our adventures here in Tumulus, as we get back to our heroes as they determine, where are we going next? Are we going to stay here and look for more rumors, or are we going down into the Great White North?
We are going to sit and listen to this lovely music.
Yep,
There
that's
it
what
is.
we're gonna do.
The sweet, sweet music of the winter wind.
Right. So many paths to choose from.
It's like this is an open world game based on Breath of the Wild.
Whoa!
It's like this is an open world game. Right, we're marching straight up to the Black Dragon and stabbing him. No, we're not.
Oh yeah, you also got
I
some leads about the Black Dragon. Basically, Kendistain said, hey, a lot of other dragons in this area don't like this guy. If you ever decide to go after him, go talk to them, because they don't want to talk to me.
There's dragon drama.
Oh, there's always dragon
of
drama.
Of course there is.
Obviously.
Okay, there's always dragon drama, but there's dragon drama that's pertinent to us.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess for Taige it was always pertinent to them because
I was about to say, it's going to be pertinent to you, because it is pertinent to me. And unfortunately for you all, you've elected me something.
And now you're going to make it everyone's problem.
Precisely.
Well, we're embroiled in dragon Twitter drama.
And what else
Well,
is
I
new?
mean, I can think of what I'm leaning towards personally is treasure, eyes emoji. That's one. And then the other is we should maybe think about asking around concerning the, I think her name was the Iron Queen, who we have a
the
lead
Iron
on
Queen.
that she is, an Aarakocra. And if this is the city of the Aarakocra, there might be some people who know more about her, perhaps.
Absolutely.
That would be a good idea.
All right. Tumulus is a pretty hospitable place, but as you go around asking various people, hey, what do you know about the Iron Queen, you do notice a couple of furtive glances around, like almost like some feathers start slightly ruffling up as soon as her name gets mentioned. If you want to, you can make an insight check for like relevant information. You can also make an investigation check.
Let's see.
Ooh.
I
Which
would
one is hard
love
for
to
me?
investigate.
Oh, is this
for you.
new? This is a
Oh.
new window.
Insight. I would like to make an insight check.
Okay.
This is relevant to
Alright.
me.
As a 19 investigation.
Okay. 16 insight plus 19 insight plus 19 investigation. Cool. All right. So, 16 insight. There was a definite air of fear in the air as soon as you mentioned the name of the Iron Queen. Clearly, the Aarakocra are familiar with her. Some of them don't really want to speak too many details about her. 19 insight. You do get the sense that they're trying to figure out how best to communicate, because they do want to share information with her, but they are very scared what might happen if they do. 19 investigation. One snowy owl Aarakocra shakes their feathers to make it look like they didn't just puff out a little bit in fear, gestures you down the closest thing to a nearby alleyway, because there's very, very shortage of buildings around here. So don't take this the wrong way, but she's not one of ours. Sedaria had a couple of different tribes of Aarakocra. We are fairly obviously the northern tribe. There was a southern tribe closer to the heartland, gathered around the great tree of Alvigdar. Let me spell that out for you.
You're my hero.
Unfortunately, that tribe got into conflict with the local governments of the time. Not a lot of survivors of that tribe left. The Iron Queen, from what we can gather, is one of them.
Well, thank you very kindly for your candor and honesty. This, of course, stays quiet.
Of course, of course.
Hmm.
When they reconvene.
Actually, one more question before they hurry away. Ty kind of like does a double take as they think of it. In terms of what happened, how long ago was that?
Not very long ago. As you likely know, Aarakocra are not long-lived.
Like nods. Thank you.
Trill just kind of shuffles, just.
Oh, poor baby.
Oh, baby!
Well, I guess poor adult, given how short their
I mean-
lifespans are.
Yes, I would be considered a young adult.
Yes.
We'll check
So,
back.
I mean, my assumption is that current government was the cause. Then, Augustine.
Megan grunts and brings up that the citizens seem to be afraid of this Iron Queen. And suppose with a name like that,
You don't get a name like that without a very heavy reputation. That's for certain.
Megan nods and brings up that this worries her. What she has been doing with, well, was basically her brethren.
Yes. It makes you wonder how exactly she managed to survive. Curious, isn't it?
Megan does a slow, creaky, metallic nod. Her jaw sort of like pensively opens and shuts, like creaking a little bit involuntarily.
Well, Don't worry, my friend. We will figure it out.
All right.
Okay. Iron Queen information has been acquired.
Excellent.
I assume, based on discussed order of operations, after that, you are descending back to the map to start scouring for treasure.
Sure.
Yes,
All right.
I guess.
Well, I guess was the biggest descent that I heard, so on we go!
There will be treasure in these mountains.
Yeah, did we end
Listen-
up getting like a good lead on that, or
I have no idea.
I thought so.
You've
There
got,
is a northern mountain range where it is that's like a few days north.
Oh, the
And
full.
then
Oh,
there's
yeah.
also an abandoned drinking hall that's to the southeast that belonged to that civilization. So, but the
Ooh.
rhyme itself is atop great Gilid peaks under the ancients' watch, old spirits all gather here. So,
Hot.
All right.
I mean, it might be
Okay.
worth it to try and go by the drinking hall since it's closer and in a less extreme place, and
Yeah.
maybe that could give us some clues as to a more detailed or a narrower scope of search for the mountain range. If that makes sense.
I'm down for that.
Mm-hmm.
for sure, for sure.
all right.
Listen, there are just so many nice things on sale that we don't have the gold for.
Yeah.
Ah, shucks.
Okay. Don't mind me, I'm just doing some checking of things. It's nothing to
That's
worry about.
fine.
Oh
We
no.
like to consult our tables here.
We do like to consult the tables.
Also, the ice. Also, Nilbog was a joke.
Mhm. So, as you start heading northeast towards where you relatively heard there was an old drinking hall, you can hear some chanting in mountains up above you, and you look up. There are short, goblinoid, humanoid, definitely, but goblinoid probably, figures chanting and swirling a staff around. As they swirl the staff, snow is starting to pick up in little snowy whirlwinds around them and down in the path where you are.
Uh,
Oh, not
Oh,
Elsa,
not
not Elsa
more-
Nilbogs, but Elsa
Mm.
Goblins.
not more cults.
Megan
Nick's
sort of
just-
like huddles, just for everybody to huddle a little bit closer as her closer to her the comparatively warm ventilation shafts, or not shafts, vents, I guess.
I just like slam myself onto.
Everyone
Megan
gather
says,
around the
"Don't
space
hog the
heater."
vent." Megan says, "Don't hog the vent."
So they're specifically targeting us.
No, it looks like there's just a whole lot of snow that they're summoning up in a wide area. Make an Arcana
Ugh.
check.
Sure.
We just really want to go sledding.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
Would you accept
That's true.
assistance? I do have fucking proficiency. That's the word.
So do I. Yeah.
all right. Assistance it is. Roll again.
Roll
'cause
again, chief.
Now you've got advantage.
Oh.
Oh.
It's the one.
10. There we go.
It's the one.
Average.
They are very clearly attempting a ritual of some kind. You're pretty sure that there are numerous ways to like summon cold or summon bad weather or something like that. And you're not sure which particular one this is. You're also not particularly sure if they're doing it correctly. Either way,
Yeah.
there's just a lot of swirling snow and ice around, and it is just not fun to walk through.
So Nyx will suggest, like, do you think there's a way we can at least disrupt them?
I could blow them off the mountain.
You want to fight?
Not necessarily
say fight.
Yeah.
Megan also
More-
says, "Do you want to cause an avalanche?"
That too.
Probably not the best idea.
Why do you all go to the extreme solutions? More just so we can walk a bit easier in this.
Hmm.
Oh darn, I don't have that prepared. Never mind.
How far away are we from them?
So they are up a mountainside, and you are heading down like a lower pass. So vertically, quite a ways. Horizontally, I would say 2 football fields away. So
2 football fields, okay.
200 yards.
Oh, dang.
Hey, stupid! Stop!
So they're not,
shouting,
like,
stop!
super close.
They're not.
Well, I
200
guess there's
yards.
not really much we can do except for forge ahead.
That's fine. Swift, distract them.
You know, there is something that I'm surprised I haven't tried before, but I can, and Tig taps Nyx's poncho and warms it with prestidigitation.
I'm on fire! But precision mid-use.
Yeah,
I have no idea what
Ooh.
that,
Oh.
I just took it from my
MIDI is
spell
the module I use to automate things. So
Oh.
But yeah, I can chill,
Prestidigitation.
warm, or flavor up to a cubic foot of non-living material. So
Oh,
poncho.
yes, flavor me. Yeah. Well,
Oh,
Nyx
that's
has
actually kind of really cool.
that is cool. Nyx has got their,
And,
like, ice. Nyx has got their insulation stuff on, but that will definitely help a lot more.
And Tig will go and tap. Oh, how can I? Three of the effects. So I think Tig will tag their own boots, and then
Nice.
whoever else is closest, who feels things. Sorry, Megan.
Megan does not.
Probably-
Megan,
probably
Megan's not
Carolina.
offended because she can't.
Yeah.
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 Based on the way I have
Carolina.
your like default marching order, that's going to be either Trill or Carolina.
Carolina.
Yeah.
I think she needs probably a bit more.
Probably, she says in this like giant parka.
Yeah,
This-
I got me winter gear on, so I should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Megan's
Barkot may be
engine
cold-blooded,
emits
but
heat
he's
as a
just like,
byproduct.
yeah, Barkot's cold-blooded. But he's like, I fucking dare the cold to do anything. I double dog dare it.
I'm
Oh my God, I'm-
imagining he says this, and then his like tail falls off because it's frozen.
Oh my god.
Take her back.
No, I just imagine him just like if it was actual like lizard physics, he'd just fall asleep.
He would fall asleep.
He just
No.
gets on the cart, falls asleep. Wake me when we are on the hunt.
You know what? We can let him sleep.
All right. So, trekking through swirling snow does slow your progress a little bit, but not especially much. So, by the time it gets to around the mid-afternoon, you can see a field of a whole bunch of foundations of what once were buildings, many of which have long since like collapsed under the weight of ice and snow. Others have burn marks on them, like very ancient-looking burn marks. But despite all this, one appears to be standing in pristine condition. This like gigantic long hall, essentially, hammered into the ground by large wooden oar-like pillars. Snow is swirling all around it. A fence has been set up around it. But despite all of the elements, this hall is still standing.
Does it have any like openings or windows? Are there lights on inside?
Windows, no, but there is a front door.
Okay. Is there light coming from behind cracks in the door?
Yes.
Occupied, it seems
And-
like.
Anybody home?
You could always knock.
Interesting.
Megan acknowledging the suggestion.
I remember when we used to knock on doors and had friendly responses.
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Let's try and get that back.
Those were the days.
Yeah. There, you knock on the door and it creaks open. There are two torch sconces alight here, as well as what appears to be a setup for a gigantic feast in the middle of this longhouse.
Huh. Whoops, I did not mean to do that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. Bye, Megan.
Bye.
Oh no!
Listen, the vibes are off.
Oh my god, the house ate Megan!
Megan pokes her
Hello?
head back
Is
inside.
there anybody home around?
Your voice
Uh,
echoes
thank
through the cavernous space of the long hall.
Hello?
Hello?
Is there like a way to like detect a presence or like?
I see you,
Let's
Nizip.
see.
I'm scouting
Isn't
the
despises
perimeter.
fog of war?
I'm gonna send
Nizip
Swift
has
in.
one purpose in this life.
Is there a way to detect stuff? Oh, yeah, you have plenty. It just depends on which one you want to use.
Yeah, I'm looking through.
Okay.
So you said there was like food on a table?
Yes.
Good.
Does it look fresh?
Cheese!
So make a perception check.
And let's go, baby. 20.
All right, 20. So with some inspection, doing a sniff test and a look test, the food appears to have been fresh and still look fresh, but the smell is off. The smell does smell like a lot of age has gone into the cheese, the bread, the mead in here. Even there's like a roast atop a big fire pit that is not emitting any light but still glows with flame. All of this appears to be immaculately preserved, but incredibly ancient.
Megan
Is the
pokes the
door-
cheese on this table.
Hmm.
Is the door I
Solid,
found
rock
unlocked?
hard cheese.
Is this door
Megan grunts.
unlocked?
It is.
Megan grunts and says it's not an illusion.
Hmm.
Oh no, guys, Megan has the cheese touch.
Cheese touch.
I'm-
The cheese touch.
This seems very bizarre. So Trill, I'm gonna just like kind of like go over and put some detect magic up to see if this is like a magically kind of like preserved but not preserved kind of area, or like what's going on here.
Alright,
The
you got
magic
it.
cheese.
Okay.
Magic cheese.
The magic cheese.
Choo. Okay, so you turn on your magical senses, opening like a magical third eye to peer around the mead hall. It is pinging a whole lot of enchantment magic around here, as well as occasional ping spots of necromancy, like around the benches that are near the feast tables. And Megan, there is a throne in view of you that Nizip is standing right behind. Ping! Necromancy is pinging off of there as well.
Ooh.
Ah. I don't suppose the guests of this mess hall are still around, are they?
Well, I guess I just know that the magic is here,
Yep.
but I don't really, I guess, know what has become of like the people that have been here.
As for
I
the
believe
stairs,
I have
I don't actually have a second
There.
floor map, but the second floor is essentially kitted out rather for protection. There are arrow slits. There are bows and spears lining the walls. All pretty old looking.
Hmm.
Well, do we maybe want to stake out this place for the night and see if something happens?
For the night. I
sit.
would be a bit nervous about the
All right.
necrotic magic, though.
Nizip, you sit in
Uh-oh.
the throne, and immediately you feel an unearthly
What?
chill watch over you.
Could you say it's a cursed throne?
Ah!
1d6 pun damage. All right.
And fourth wall damage.
A voice echoes through the hall. The throne is for the head of the house.
Yeah, I didn't know this house had a head.
Remove yourself, intruder, or I remove your head.
Hmm.
Is only Nizip hearing this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to ask him, like, are we all hearing this, or?
So you all heard the thrones for the head of the house. Only Nizip heard the remove yourself, intruder bit.
Okay. Well, why did you sit on it?
Because seemed it was enchanted in some way. I don't want to find
Oh
out why.
my god!
A
It's just
spectral, shimmering figure appears.
hello.
oh,
Like the color of dark ice flickering by firelight that does not exist, staring down at you with disdain, Nizip. As it does so, several
Oh,
other
fuck.
ghostly figures materialize around the feast hall.
Oh, there they are.
Helena! Help!
Time for me to saunter my way forward.
Always something, isn't there?
Okay, I won't touch the cheese, damn.
So who is the head of the house?
I'm sorry. Our sincerest apologies for accidentally trespassing upon the rules of your house. It will not happen again if we can help it, and thank you for opening the door.
Shelter. We understand. Insults and attacks against the whole. We will not stand.
Tig dips their head deeply and goes into kind of like a bow, like behind the other. Thank you. Your patience is very gracious, and we very much appreciate your hospitality.
He just does a deep groaning rumble, does not respond otherwise. The other snowy ghost-like figures start picking up and imbibing the various bits and bobs of food and drink along the feast hall tables.
The ghosts can eat the ghost food.
Tig is going to shoot a message to Nisip, and they just kind of whisper, maybe consider apologizing.
Yeah, I was just gonna kind of see if he said anything else. I'm just sitting here staring at him, just like, huh.
Are you
Yeah.
still sitting in the throne?
No, I got off the throne.
Draw your head.
It asked me to move. I got up, turned around, and I've just kind of been staring at it like, huh. Yeah, sorry, I thought it was empty. I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah, Trill's gonna step forward a little bit and just kind of ask like um so we don't disrespect your home any further. Are there any other rules we should be aware of?
You enter the hall as guests. Honor that hospitality. Honor the hospitality we give.
Understandable.
Megan grunts and nods and utters a thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thank
Oh,
you very,
gracious
very,
host.
very, very much for letting us
Thank
stay
you
here.
very much.
I have a political question.
Mhm.
Does the law does the idea of like the law of hospitality, does that does it sorry, word is being missing. Does it are we expected to like partake of the food that we were offered and such and stuff like that?
Make an insight check.
Oh boy. Sir, yes, sir. All right.
Can offer assistance because I am proficient.
I see.
Oh my gosh,
Might
yes.
want to.
I would
Yes.
love that. I will roll again. 11.
11. While you're not familiar with all the various permutations of ancient laws of hospitality, most of them require a toast to the host, basically, to say, thank you for hosting us, essentially. Considering you're in a snowy wasteland and you have shelter from the elements, you would wager that at the very least that would be appreciated among a bunch of Viking ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Tig will find you know, a goblet, some mead, pour it and take it in their claw, and
We're gonna
I
probably do
raise
the
a
same.
glass to our gracious and hospitable hosts. May fortune always be in your favor, and may your hearth never grow cold.
In unison, the ghostly figures around the tables raise up their glasses, proclaim something in deep, bellowing, druidic, actually, and clink their glasses
Ooh.
together.
Yeah, I'll take the hit and pick one
Hell
up as well.
yeah.
What did they say?
They basically, so it's a very ancient dialect of druidic, but you can still understand it. Like
Oh.
with the various dialects of primordial, it's basically like knowing Spanish and hearing Italian. What they
Got it.
said was essentially, "Till death and beyond, none have taken home slaughter."
Megan grabs the stein from the stein and also clinks with Tig, and then turns turns towards the ghosts, and he says, he remarks how mighty and strong these ghosts appear to be, and she asks out of curiosity if our hosts have any glorious stories to share at this
Ooh.
feast.
No check
Tales
needed.
of tales
They
of
are happy
glories
to.
past.
Oh.
Story time with the ghosts. Yay!
Story time.
Let's fucking go.
Story time with the ghosts. So, basically, they have all sorts of stories to tell. The shortened version that encapsulates all of them are
We who gather here have served our ancient lords well. We swore our blood and our bodies to their service, to honor them for what they have brought the land and the people. And on our vows, we swore Holmslaughter would never fall. Enemy after enemy attacked us. The world around us collapsed and burned. But on our souls, on our bones, on our blood, Holmslaughter has never fallen.
Slaughter.
May it stand forever.
They once more raise up their steins in toast.
Yay. Toast.
Megan nods and remarks that they have fought remarkably and honorably for their land and for this Holmslaughter.
To home slaughter. Like, it sounds really nice.
Megan nudges Nix a little bit and says a little more oomph. Put a little more oomph into it.
More oomph. Oh, to home slaughter. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
For the glory of Home
You can sort of can hear one of the ghosts chuckling.
What he said.
Just kid with the most enthusiastic cheer he can.
In terms of the longhouse itself, does it look like there's anything like maps or books or scrolls or anything like that?
You take a look around, but it does not appear that these spirits are using any form of, like, paper record keeping.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I think Tig will, after taking some time, cautiously continuing to sip on the mead, because listen, if anything's gonna stay good forever, it's gonna be the mead. I think they approach the Lord and kind of dip into a bow again, and they ask, "My gracious Lord, we are visiting because we wanted to see if we could find a way to visit your great holds in the northern mountain ranges, to find where they were. Is that information that you would be willing to share with me so that we may continue our pilgrimage?"
Who seek to honor us. This is acceptable. Those that live far to the west, by the crashing heights. Those that perform rituals.
As I go double check the map. Don't mind me.
What did you say? The crushing heights?
Crashing heights. As
Crashing
in,
heights.
Look out, car crash heights.
Yes.
Those that perform rituals. 3 days west, south of the lake. Those that study the ancient ways. Northward, at Mount Cool Run. I will spell that for you.
Thank you.
I got it
'cause
right. Let's fucking go.
Thank you, because none of us went to school.
Speak for yourself.
Yes, speak for yourself.
Well, no,
Zidane-
Nyx did go to school. Thank you very much. They attended and class.
Yes, and class.
A singular class.
He's one.
It counts.
Wyland has been doing self-study for like the entire journey.
I was homeschooled.
Megan
Oh my
grunts that
God.
she rebuilt a school. She says education is important.
Turns to the camera.
I was
Stay in school, kids.
homeschooled.
That's a kickflip. That's a robot kickflip.
Thank you, my most gracious lord. Are there any tidings you would wish to pass along?
No. Those who follow our ways know of us. Those who wish to contact us, the ancestors, the spirits of old, the winter song, they know where to go and what note to play.
Teg blinks and then bows deeply, inclining their head, and retreats. They get the impression that they maybe had enough goodwill for 1.5 questions. So, yes.
Now I'm imagining Tyke like just playing up the chromatic scale until they hit the right note.
Maybe.
By the way, go back to E flat 3.
All right. Anything else you wanted to do in Holmslatter?
I can't think of anything.
I mean, I'm happy to call it an early day and chill here since it's,
It's cold outside.
It is, in fact,
given shelter.
cold outside, and this is shelter. You have honored hospitality, so they will let you stay the night.
One
Yay.
question, real quick. When Nyx overheard that rumor about the true ice, did they say any specifics on where they could find it, or is it just in the general area?
You did not hear any specifics of where to find true ice.
Could I look outside for a little bit and see if I could find any true ice?
You sure can. You're not sure what true ice looks like, so go ahead.
It probably looks like ice.
Yeah, I guess it would look like ice, but guess what? There's a lot of outside.
What?
But this is special ice.
Nyx
Yeah, like,
searching for a snowflake in a snowstorm.
Yeah, pretty much. Just to get the sort of like idea of like, okay, can I differentiate it essentially?
Survival check with disadvantage.
Yeah. Also, I'd request just because so Nyx isn't alone that someone comes out. And
Can
if
I
he-
help with that? Because I'm proficient in survival, and maybe Trill might have a little bit more knowledge as it's like a more naturally occurring thing.
And I mean,
Shrug.
if it is magical,
Well-
you can put detect magic back up too.
I'll tell you what, Nyx could tell Trill, hey, listen, I heard this thing. Could you help me find it? Or at least identify it.
Yeah, Trill could bump that to a normal survival check for you.
Thank you.
Woo!
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 Let's go! Survival! Nyx.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Nyx,
A lot of
honey.
threes today.
oh, oh dear.
Today's not my day. What?
Yeah, no, I'm not giving you
Just
anything. You got a fucking
terrible.
7.
Correct.
Sure, a lot of ice outside.
Wow, I wonder which ice is the true ice.
Alright. Yeah. No, wait, that's false ice. That's false ice. That's false ice.
Oh no.
That's normal ice.
I can imagine that Nyx is just like outside, like inspecting every snowflake to no avail.
Just like poking each one with the stuff.
And like they each melt into like a water droplet.
Oh, come on, there's gotta be some somewhere.
Wait, I wonder.
Uh-oh.
Who has the bag of colding?
Yes.
Say Tig, I think does.
Have we inspected it to see if, like, maybe its interior is lined with true ice? To, like, see if that's, like, part of the
question.
composition?
Yeah, I haven't really actually got into the manufacturing of it, but now that you mention, I'm fascinated. Yeah, they pull out the
Pig
bag
brain.
of holding, crack it open, and kind of like twist it a little bit, so it's not fully inverted, but so that we can actually take a look at the lining.
Okay. So the bag of colding appears to be made out of a tanned leather hide of some kind. Whatever hide it is particularly good at keeping in cold. If you want to like see what especially it is made of, that would be nature or religion. But the bag of colding, along with being made of leather, appears to like have an enchantment spell placed on it to assist it with the cold retaining properties.
Yes, yes.
They're more like a refrigerator heating cycle
I'll attempt to roll nature. Why not?
and an icebox.
16.
16. So, the type of leather this looks like appears to have been humanoid at one point, but degraded to a state of decay. Undeath, you would guess. And particularly smelly undeath at that. You would wager this is either ghoul or ghast hide that is making up the bag of colding.
You know, that would make a lot of sense considering it sort of has the lingering effects of a gentle repose on it. Yeah, sorry to say it is more necromantic cold as opposed to elemental cold, it seems
Oh.
like.
Oh, that's okay.
Well,
Good thought.
it was
though.
an idea. But now we know.
Yeah.
You know, actually, interested, Tig will take out the frigid lamp and put it on the. I assume we're sitting at a table.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I guess we should probably sit at one of the tables. Or
I mean, this summons a sprite or a fairy from the Winter Court. We could open it up and ask them if you're committed to finding this.
I mean, yeah, it could help, yeah.
Megan grunts not so close to the fire, maybe.
I'm here.
fuck.
Tig activates the frigid lamp.
Okay. You open up the lamp, and the sprite-like creature that lives within it whoop, flies out of it. Are you in need of my assistance?
Yes, thank you.
yes,
We
please.
actually had a question.
Yes.
Sorry, Tig approached the next.
It's all right. I've been hearing rumors of a substance called true ice. I was wondering if perchance you knew what the appearance of it was? And where possibly to find it?
The sprite looks around. You are in the right place. Right general location. It only appears in the tundra. As for the appearance thereof, true ice is essentially pure blue in appearance. It is usually buried under several layers of regular ice and snow.
Just taking notes. Fantastic. And do you know what it does, per se?
Yes, it is
Like,
so...
what it can contribute to?
Yes, it is so cold that it allows one to resist extreme heat.
Whoa. That is...
Well, that would have been nice for the desert.
That is beneficial. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Do we have to handle it in a way? Is it going to hurt us if we just touch it?
Likely. It would have to be crafted into something usable by a smith who knows what they are doing.
Okay. But, like, do we have to wear gloves to pick it up?
Technically, you don't have to.
Okay,
You should probably wear
stickers.
gloves.
And you feel Nyx a little claw on your shoulder that squeezes as they cast Mage Hand. I think we could figure it out.
Noted. Thank you, Sprite. Did we ever get your name?
You did not.
What's your name?
Winternet.
Winternet.
Winternet?
Have
He
you
said
met...
Winternet!
Okay.
Says the Draugr, apparently.
Of course. Winternet, nice to meet you.
We're using it like a search engine right now. That's very funny.
Have you met Swift?
I am familiar. What's up, bitch? It says Swift.
I am familiar. Well, so is Swift. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Pew!
Great.
I would ask how you know each other, but knowing
How do you know each other?
She is
Tygwin
the reason that
says.
I have sealed off all 7 of my holes.
What? Wait. What
Nyx?
holes?
Nyx?
You
I think
don't
we should
have
leave
to
this one
answer
alone.
that.
Megan
Thank you,
Gently.
Winternet, for your candor.
Yeah, Megan puts her hands on over Nyx's ears before Nyx can search with the Winternet for Rule 34.
Oh. Well, I hope he got those holes fixed.
No.
Sometimes I just say these things to get these reactions.
Fair.
Fair.
Understandable.
And we love you for it.
100%. Have a nice day. Sorry, which pronouns for Winternet?
They, them.
Hey, that.
Hell yeah.
Also, yeah.
Well, thank you very kindly for answering our questions, and if you can stand having Swift around, feel free to hang out. We're spending the night here before moving on.
So you don't need me for anything else?
No.
Okay. They fly back into the lamp. Well, technically it's any pronouns for Winternet, but they, them works.
Tig nods and snaps it shut. Well, that was illuminating.
I get it, because they're in a lamp.
Oh, okay, that was funny. Swift, do you have a good relationship with anybody from the Winter Court?
Well, that depends on what you define as good.
You can say
A
hi.
relationship where it's not on site.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't killed
Yeah, I
on
was going to
sight by
say one
that
that's
guy.
not hostile.
That is what we call a dub.
Can barely hold the size of this stub. Can barely hold anything because I'm small, but you know.
That's not gonna stop you.
Nothing stops me.
Well, nothing stops you, at least from trying.
Great. Well, if we're relaxing, and if Nizib is available, Nyx would probably want to take them aside.
It's in trouble.
Oh my god, there was so much trouble.
Jabba.
Again, only if Nizib is available.
Well, I mean, They did get rid of all the fog of war, so I don't know what else they'd be doing.
Nizip's just staring.
Chilling.
Chilling in the
Chilling.
chill.
Talking at the Viking ghost.
Yeah. So like Nyx relaxes a bit more and then like starts exploring the hall a bit more. And then when they get up and see Nizip, it's just like they kind of freeze and then it's just this like now I didn't go to school, as we know. But I think common sense should prevail, Nizip, in not sitting on a throne that we know has necrotic magic on it.
Oh, could have just been remnants of it.
But is this going to be your reaction every time? Just, I don't know, so what?
Not always. I just saw a throne, wanted to see what happened if I sat in it.
Oh, it's so logical. It looks like Nyx is trying to get angry but just can't. Like, there's something there, but it's like Nyx doesn't get angry. So they're struggling to, like, bring it up.
Like, had we had something more concrete that there were entities that were here, I would have asked before sitting. We didn't, so I just sat down to see what happened. Just detecting it didn't get any answers, so I moved on to the next logical thing.
There are many other ways we could have done that, Nizip. I thought we spoke about this.
I don't remember running into a ghost house previously.
No, not that. Just doing rash things and potentially getting us into danger. Which, okay, fair enough, it didn't happen this time, but this is a very concerning pattern, and I thought we talked about this, and it seems you haven't listened to us.
Because I am still trying to not make rash decisions. Again, this was something that I didn't think was going to have an issue. It just pinged as lingering necrotic energy. Could have been any number of things. Could have just been lingering.
Why do you keep insisting on getting yourself into danger like this?
They shrug and just...
No, don't shrug! I don't want to be angry at you, but I'm annoyed. There was a moment back there when I thought you killed Serena. I hated you for a moment. And now I don't know what to think about you.
Yeah.
I've never hated anybody before.
It's always difficult hating your first person. It's not easy.
You're not the first. Kadal's the first. But now I know that you were just covering for Phelan. I don't know what to think about you anymore. I don't want to be mad at you, but I can't deny that there was a moment I just wanted to tell you to leave.
Yeah. That's honestly what I was expecting to happen.
But I feel awful because I don't hate Phelan. I'm angry, I'm confused. I don't hate them, but I hated you, and it's not fair. It's not fair.
Life tends not to be fair.
I know. But can you please just take care of yourself? Just be honest.
I definitely am trying.
just gives them a look. Like, looks to the throne, looks back.
Again, wasn't something I was doing to intentionally cause an issue. Was doing it to find out what would happen, if anything would happen. As I've discussed previously, my actions regarding the incident with Waylon stemmed from a misunderstanding of my position with this group. I am trying. It is not easy for me with my history to accept that I'm not just a tool to have around. That I am someone most, if not all of you, do care about, just as I do you.
Okay. I do see what you mean. It's just, it's taking a while to get my head around all this. Again, I don't want to hate you, but I just need some time to process all of this.
Yeah?
But I want to be friends again soon.
I would appreciate that.
When we get out of the cold, let's talk again.
Anytime you wish.
Yeah, I think I'll be better then.
Alright.
Good. It's a promise, and they will step away and go back to the table.
Right. Anything else anyone wants to do during the night? Because you are in Holmslaughter. You are not getting random encountered.
That's fair.
Megan sidles up next to Ty again. She kind of settles a bit, and then she asks Tig if she could talk to them about something.
Yes, of course. Did you need anything looked at, or any of your joints sticking, or anything like that?
Megan lets out a low mechanical chuckle and says, "Nothing, nothing physical."
Sure,
But
go on then.
her head tilts down a bit, and her optic dims for a moment, and she says she's been thinking about the conversation that they had with the villagers about the Iron Queen, or what they were asking around, combined with what they saw of the Omega unit in the possession of the hobgoblins, has got her feeling like somewhat worried. Got her feeling something doesn't sit right with her about how machines like her are being treated.
Yeah. Ty kind of drums their claws against their thigh and nods and just, yes. I mean, I agree, for certain. I think by now we can confidently say that nobody escapes the influence of King Augustine, truly. If, well, not if, but the Iron Queen survived when others were purged. I don't know, I'm just struck by the thought that either she bribed him or gave him something, or perhaps she was more useful to him alive than dead for some reason. And the other Omega unit we saw kind of leads me more towards that conclusion.
Megan's they sit in silence for like a moment, and Megan's like gears kind of like audibly like click a bit. over the crackling of the fire, of the crackling of the hearth. And she pipes up again. She says, when she woke up, when she first woke up, and when she first took that oath to help others, she had made a vow to be she had made a vow to be selfless and to put others above herself at all times. But seeing the fate of the Omega unit and the possession of the Hobgoblin army, and hearing that the Iron Queen has other such Omega units in her possession, she can't help but feel a little bit of fear for herself. A little bit of fear that if she had a personality, if she was capable of having such a personality as her own, and there were forces out there who could just so easily erase that, what would that mean for herself as a person? And as she says that last part, she turns towards Tig.
Well, for one, you do have a personality currently, for certain, a strong and noble and honorable one. And as for Megan, do you know why you woke up? Did something or someone wake you up? Someone call you back, or was it just gone one moment, here the next?
Megan, her arms shift for a moment. She does not remember anything from before she woke up, before she was reactivated. But she remembers that when she was activated, she was standing amidst piles and piles of rubble, and she was accompanied by, well, not accompanied by. She was met face to face with several priests, several workers,
Hmm.
looking her up and down. She recalls that they were there to look for survivors or so whatnot. That's what she processed upon waking up.
Were you frightened?
Megan thinks for a moment, and then she shakes her head. They were gentle to her. They were understanding. Megan like shifts her like right arm a bit, and she says she understands that her functions have mean that she was constructed as a weapon. But these charitable priests, these workers, they didn't treat her like one. And obviously, friends now, all of you, are not treating her like one either.
Well, thank you for indulging me. As to answer your question, or at least speculate about it, even if someone were to be able to take control of your systems, to shut you down, I, personally, take comfort in the fact that it already happened to you once, and you woke up as you.
A hiss of steam comes out from Megan, and she says that's kind of the thing. She doesn't know what had happened, but she does appreciate the words of confidence from Tig. She does appreciate that they put that faith in her and herself, her sense of self, that is. And then She turns to like kind of stare into the fire, and she says, "I will be the first not to let that happen, if it were to come to that."
Believe it completely.
And then she turns towards Tig and says, "With their mechanical knowledge, she would trust them not let that happen second."
Well, naturally.
Megan lets out like a slow mechanical sounding laugh, halfway between like creaking gears and a laugh, some approximation of such, and then grunts, "We wouldn't want to lose our space heater now."
Tig, who's basically been plastered to Megan's side, despite the shelter of the longhouse, it's still cold in here, and Megan has the
Oh,
warmth.
drafty in here.
Yeah,
A little bit.
they kind of they preen a little bit and kind of like nudge their shoulder against her side. Well, I mean, there are always benefits. Hmm.
Megan says, "Benefits she is happy to provide."
Well, thank you for coming to me. I appreciate your honesty and your candidness.
Megan thanks Tig, and then kind of like leans back on the table a bit, and then kind of like stares into the hearth.
Well,
She asks what it's like. She asks what it's like for others to. She wonders what it's like for others to have that sort of fire in them.
All
I'll
right.
tell you.
Well, with some conversations had throughout the night, morning comes. The sky is clear, and it is time to head out of Holmslaughter and go looking around for some Viking treasure.
Right.
Aw.
Viking treasure.
And here I was going to ask the leader what he thought about the conversation we had 2 feet in front of him.
I assumed you moved.
Yeah, I thought you described like going outside briefly before having a conversation. So
Oh, I did not. Nyx might have.
Oh no. I said that like
Nyx went out to look for ice, I think, didn't they?
no, I said I was looking around the hut and then I saw Nizib again, so
Okay.
gosh.
I mean, if you want Tig to have overheard,
Do you know what? I would
eyes emoji.
I would approve because that will add tension and drama.
Yeah, no,
Ooh.
Nyx pretty
Hell
much,
yeah.
or Nizib didn't move from that spot pretty much.
Yeah, like Nyx knew they were like further away to where like they weren't going to disturb anyone, but if someone wants to listen, then that's fine.
Oh, excellent. In that case, yeah, Tig absolutely heard the whole thing, and it was juicy.
Hot
Sipping that
goss.
tea. Sipping that iced tea, like, yeah.
That was some hot gauze.
Truly. So you are asking then?
You are legit asking, hey, what do you think of that
no.
conversation?
No.
Okay. Well, if you're not legit asking, then I'm not saying. Or Tig's not saying, rather. But you do get the equivalent of a side eye as we go along. Tig has like a jaunty kind of marching tune going, as they usually do. You get the look, but you don't get any words.
The look.
The look. You get the look. And
Oh,
as
you
we
know.
head out of Holmslaughter, we are actually going to go on break real quick while we figure
Thank
out,
you.
hey, where do we go? And also get hydrated and perhaps even pee. We'll see you all in a bit. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Welcome back to Legend of the Wildlands. We had just left a ghostly Viking long haul, and we're now looking for some ghost Viking treasure. Ooh!
Oh my god.
So, where are we dropping, boys?
Where'd they say
those that
north,
study
or-
the ancient ways are northward at Mount Coolran. That seems like a lead to me.
I agree.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
The question
play up
is
the chromatic
Mount
skill.
Coolran labeled on our map? Actually, no. I could just ask Carolina. She would know,
Yeah,
presumably.
presumably. Yeah, because you have Carolina, who studies maps for a living. Yeah, Cool Run, that would be up here.
Ooh.
Perfect.
We
Oh,
do
so
have
it's
to
north,
cross
north.
something labeled the Fallen Fields, though.
Because of course.
I don't imagine they're called the Fallen Fields because people keep falling and slipping and falling on them because they're icy, right?
It's more the mountain range.
Listen,
Probably-
maps and nomenclature have a very interesting history, and she starts going off about how the names of things are shaped by those who rule and those who take over and all of that. She goes on for hours about this as you start heading that way.
I'm here for Carolina's autistic info dump.
God, I love her.
Very much so.
Positive. Parentheses positive.
Actually,
Nice.
the Fallen Fields, where's Corum's Pass on this map?
Forum's Pass? That would be, southwest. Or west-ish.
Okay, good. I would like to avoid the ice worm. Yes.
Yes.
So, good to know.
Worm with a Y? Worm with an O.
Worm with a Y.
Okay, because those are two very different images.
I understand the spice must flow, however.
Alaskan.
God.
You hear the sounds of Fatboy Slim's weapon of choice approaching in the distance. Fun fact, that's about Dune. That song is about Dune.
Today I fucking learned. Hell yeah.
Alright. You head northwest, towards, the northern mountain ranges. And as you get to, like, less rocky terrain, more just expanses of ice and snow, you hear howling in the distance. And then howling, getting closer, howling all around you, basically. Some of it sounds like the howling wind. Some of it sounds like wolves, and very big ones.
Oh, fuck me. It's the consecrated ice fields all over. The consecrated snow fields all over again. God damn it.
No, don't encourage them.
Looks over. Franklin just like slowly looks over, just like.
This kid was raised by wolves.
Exactly!
I know!
Is he gonna try and communicate with them?
He's going to try to communicate with them.
Let's go.
Wolves.
Have bardic inspiration, my guy.
Heck yeah.
Fucking
Cojones on this kid.
in a second.
Not me trying
Please,
their hardest to absolutely not howl to.
Boo, woo, woo, woo.
Just like,
It's still a d6.
Okay.
good.
Animal handling for me, please.
Here we go.
Oh,
There we go.
Open mind.
I'm sure you got a hold of that.
Got a handle on those animals?
Alright.
Come on, baby. Not a 3. Not a 3. Anything but a 3. Or anything greater than a 3.
Three.
Come on, big money.
Oh my
Well,
God.
that is greater than a 3.
It is greater than a 3.
Thankfully, my animal handling's pretty decent.
We love
Okay.
modifiers in this house.
We love modifiers in this household.
Alright. So, based on your ability to howl and howl back, it does seem like, although these are very big wolves, you would guess dire wolves by the sound of it and differentiating it from regular sound. It does sound like they are marking territory around this area. And what particular area is this? Well, as you look forward to see, hey, where are the wolves marking? Are they also warning, they're saying, beware, man float, essentially, in wolf howl language. And you start wondering, what the hell does that mean? when you see ahead of you a large ship in the middle of the ice, having crashed and run aground somewhere. What's remaining of its tattered sails blowing in the wind.
Oh my god, we found the terror.
After just hearing about that, looks over. Oh, that's the man float.
The what?
No context to everyone else, as he's just kind of processing it. First thing he says out loud, oh, that's the man float.
The man what?
The fuck?
Oh, direwolves. They were saying to beware the man float.
Points to the ship.
I think that might be it.
Oh, that is a ship.
Right,
That
we
is
have
a
one of
ship.
those.
I didn't know this was frozen ocean. Ty kind of like shifts uncomfortably on the ice.
Where the
I'm
Yeti
assuming
crab.
there's-
The man floats.
The ice kind of creaks as you shift your weight across it.
all like 40, well, I guess like 80 with equipment pounds on me.
Megan's giant, heavy metal ass is staying right on solid ice. My shiny metal ass is staying right here.
Okay.
But think of all the loot that could be on the
Hmm.
boat.
But think of the drowning potential that could be.
Oh, please, you'll freeze
mean-
to death before you drown.
If you'd like, I could
We have
go
a flyer.
scout it out.
Might be best, honestly.
Yeah, I'll send Swift to you.
All right.
Really quickly, before Trill goes, from the like make and design of the ship, would it be possible to guesstimate like how old it would be?
Sure, history check.
I'd love
assume this was-
to. That's why I'm here. I am your Introll skill monkey. Introll skill kobold. Sorry. Yeah, it's a 24.
And skilled that kobold is.
This is an old fucking ship. You've seen like ancient weathered paper designs of ships like this. Looks to be like transport ship, mostly people, a little bit of cargo. An old settling ship, basically, from some thousands or so years back at the very least. This is a kind of ship that was sent out from old colonies to go set up like fishing villages, mines, basically small villages meant to sustain their own resources, give to the king, stuff like that.
Wow. Be careful. Something that survived this long, and it's been long, might have some bad vibes attached to it. It's definitely not an icebreaker, that's for certain. Tig will also briefly take like they take their claws and do kind of like a strum and kind of like a scrape along the strings of their bass lute, and then kind of like flick the magic onto Trill, and will give him bardic. Because fuck it.
Wow.
Well, thank you. And then with that, I will fly off. I guess with Swift's accompaniment, and try and scout and see what is up with this ship.
And I guess since it would probably be smart to actually use other resources we have available.
Good idea.
We got 8 hours of
Oh my god.
8 whole hours, let's go!
Let's go.
All right. Trill, you and Swift fly over to the ship. Despite its age, it looks to be remarkably intact, almost as if like ice and snow was keeping it frozen in time, tattered sails and all, here in the middle of the frozen tundras and glaciers.
Do I see anything like out of the ordinary or any sign of like, well, I guess how it got there is just due to time, and I'm sure this wasn't always frozen.
Right. That would be either perception or survival.
I could do one of those things. Ah, they are both the same.
Perhaps even both of those things.
Maybe even both of those.
Oh.
All right. So, perception, looking around the ship, most things of like monetary value that wouldn't be bits and bobs that would be carried as cargo and expected to be used in the village have been taken already, you would assume, given how long this has been out here. There are still a couple of hoisted up rowboats, lifeboats attached to the side of the ship that were never deployed. And you can see a bay that has been labeled in very weathered writing, looks to be Elven, Sled Bay.
Elven. Oh,
Huh.
God.
Swift, can you read Elven? I'm not entirely sure.
This is
believe
either
she does.
going to be a party room
She
or a
does.
sled bay.
Okay.
Some mild differences in vernacular.
Yeah,
A little
Slight.
bit.
like, depends on the age
it's
of
like-
when this was written.
Like Latin, Spanish, French,
Yeah.
Esperanto.
Hard to tell, because I don't see any sleds or party material here.
Well, I'm just gonna say it's a sled bay then.
Alright.
Is there a way to check if, like, because I know we just got out of somewhere that was already basically haunted. This boat haunted?
Yeah, usual methods apply to check, hey, boat haunted?
We already dealt with a haunted boat once.
Alright, I will check.
Maybe if I ask my haunted boat if the other boat is haunted.
Hey, is
Do
this
you
boat
assume
haunted?
all boats know all haunted
you-
boats
you
know
haunted?
each other?
I mean,
The way the oar is set up looks like we're looking through a telescope now.
Woo! Yeah.
Because
What's
There's
over-
gotta be a
what's
haunted
over
boat
there? Yar.
I'm glad we had the same thought.
Mhm. So, from what you can tell, scanning around, making sure to get various angles so that wood doesn't block your magical senses, boat itself, not haunted. However, you do detect some faint traces of necromancy magic in, like, the general area around you. Like, no matter where you go, the general area around you has faint necromancy magic, but it's, like, activated necromancy magic. Best you can tell, it activates on a blood moon.
Oh. Got it.
Be careful.
I hear uprising in my head right
Oh
now.
my god.
Blood moon rises once again.
Cool. With that information, I'm gonna fly back. Alright, so it all seems pretty standard boat, a little haunted, but seems to be conditional under Blood Moon.
Do you know when the next blood moon is? Tig looks to Trill, the druid. Sorry.
Do
Eclipses can't be that common, can they? Unless it's like a magic eclipse.
I say as I'm looking through the calendar.
I was gonna say.
I'm just
I don't
gonna
think
go
blood
ahead and
moons
say
are
it's gonna be on the next new
unfortunately.
moon, which is in 12 days.
12 days, cool.
Yeah.
We're
We
not
come
gonna
back and see if
stay.
the boat's haunted then.
No, we're not gonna stay for 12 days.
But if we happen to be in the area,
You know, You say that, but then we ended up spending like several months in the desert.
Yeah.
And then we went back to the desert multiple times.
I grew
Yep.
to like the desert. This not so much.
Was it months? I thought it was shorter than we all thought it was.
It was a few weeks at most.
I don't
Time
know.
is
It
weird.
was a long time.
I'd have
in the
to
desert.
look back through.
But sad to say, nothing of particular value I could see. So I guess this is basically a standard shipwreck as far as we're concerned. Until the blood moon, that is.
Hmm.
And it's an evil shipwreck.
Well, we don't
Sometimes.
know. Not all necromancy is evil, but most of it
Yeah,
is.
look at the last place.
But
we
most,
just
most,
were.
yeah, yes, those guys were cool. I don't think anything that rises with the blood moon is gonna be not evil.
No, especially
Oh, come
hero.
on.
What's a little blood moon between friends?
True.
All right.
We
As
move
you
on.
move around the shipwreck, going under icy arches, you eventually come across what looks to be a small village out in the middle of driving snow and wind.
Village all the way out here.
A village.
As I squint to see the village.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's igloos. Oh, it's a little settlement.
Igloos.
Yeah, squinting
Wait,
through, you
people-
can see the village appears to be igloo set up around like an ice fishing hole.
Do not tell me people build their houses out of ice nowadays.
Why not? It's a good insulator.
What?
Megan
Well,
grunts.
yes.
It contains heat very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could it be the pure ice?
I don't know. Is it blue? You tell me.
Is it blue?
No.
Doesn't look blue to me.
Aw.
I mean,
What about that dress over there? Like yellow and going.
Oh,
yeah,
shut
yellow and white to me.
Pure ice dress. We're all going to hell. Right. Is it quite a small settlement then?
It looks to be pretty small from here.
Okay. I mean, should we really intrude?
Say hi.
I mean, we could pass through, but probably not stay. Not to impose upon any hospitality rules, but
Yeah.
nothing says that we can't stop by, see what's going on,
We could
Just
frame
like
it as
say-
like,
know
yeah.
things about the area.
I was gonna say we could frame it as like we need directions.
Yeah, works out.
Megan stares at the small openings of the igloos, and then at her rigid metal body.
I
I'm sure
am
we'll
the
be more
igloo.
Happy to come out to speak to you directly if necessary.
All right.
That was more a reference to we can't stay.
That too.
Oh, I see.
All right. You push through the sometimes blinding snow as it blows around, and as you get over to the igloos, you notice by the ice hole some flecks of red among this seemingly endless field of white. You blink and look around. There's more and more like red blood splatters clearly scattered around this village. Looking around, even beyond this village, the wind starts to clear up. You are in a village and even a field full of splatters of blood, corpses impaled upon long harpoon spears, just chaos all around you.
Nobody's home.
Here's a question. So when somebody would throw a spear or fire a harpoon and it would hit the ground, it would go in at an angle. Would it be possible to kind of judge where the harpoons had been fired from, like the general direction?
Sure. Perception or survival for me, please.
Sir, yes, sir. We're gonna go with fuck it, survival.
Okay.
That's a spirit.
All right, that would be an 18.
18. There are a variety of different angles. The majority of them seem to be coming from the village itself, a little campsite area, but there are others that have been like thrown or fired back, others that have been to the sides. It looks like a giant fight broke out between just about everyone here.
Oh my god.
Ah.
Was this civil war per se?
Yeah, are there any obvious like factions between the corpses?
No?
So what? Just hysteria took over?
I was gonna say this looks and feels to me like something drove people mad.
Could be internal strife, could be a number of things.
He
Good.
looks around at the environment.
Are there any
she's-
survivors around? Like,
I
if I
was
like
gonna
look.
say, typically with internal conflict, there would be a victor. Is there?
Make another perception check.
I can do that.
Wee 24. Okay, you can see there's something some form of light coming from within one of the igloos here. It is not giving off any warmth that would be indicative of like a campfire or a torchlight or a hearth fire, but that is the only sign that there might be someone or something living here.
Approach.
Should help whoever's there, if anybody.
All right.
Megan will accompany Nizabun
Yeah.
approaching just in case.
Yeah.
Within the igloo, you can see there is a humanoid corpse dressed in very old, very, very old looking miner's clothing. He is frozen stiff, blood pooled down under him, a broken off harpoon tip in his belly, clinging to a journal and a crystal, which is the source of that glowing.
I pick up the
Oh my
crystal.
God.
Okay. If you pick up the crystal and examine it, it looks familiar. This looks to be very similar in construction to the memory shard you found in the Sunken Desert Temple. You would wager, in fact,
Ooh.
this is another one.
Oh, let's take a look. See, we gotta see our friend.
Look.
I'm going to express using caution because I don't like the idea of finding something that we know can mess with our minds in a village where we have seen apparently everyone slaughter themselves.
I think it's gonna reach in and like try to get like the journal.
Yeah, I was
Pick
gonna
for
say,
the journal.
but before we activate the gem, let's see what he wrote down.
Okay. So you flip through the journal. The writing is ancient and scrawled down in this like hodgepodge mixture of Elven and Common. Flipping through, essentially it tells the tale of a bunch of settlers who went to start a community on the edges of Sideria, looking for true ice and other gemstones buried beneath and within the glaciers there. they talk about chips that the miners have been taking into nearby mountains, and quote, that damned howling wind never leaving them, not even inside, not outside, not underwater, it's always there. The fishers don't understand. Then talks about how one of the miners that went deep into the caves came out frothing at the mouth with blood. Another came riding a polar bear, also frothing with blood, and they just started attacking the village. They put them down, but some people were then splashed with the polar bear's blood. And as the days continue, the scrawling gets more and more erratic and hodgepodge. It just talks about, like, erratic in terms of, like, how jagged it is and everywhere, but in terms of the actual writing, very simplistic. Like, almost clinical, listing, this person died, didn't like him. This person died, got his stuff, killed the widow. More and more, until the last entry finally shut them all up. Thought that would stop the wind.
Ooh.
Everyone exercise caution. Try to avoid touching any blood. I don't necessarily know if it being frozen would make a difference, but don't touch the blood.
Megan, I assume that Nizit read this out loud, right?
Yes, I would assume so.
I convey with the class.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we all there? I wasn't sure if it was just you two.
Well,
They went inside,
mean,
but we're waiting.
I can still convey with the class.
Okay.
Megan,
that too.
Megan thinks for a moment and grunts. Winds. Did we not have an encounter with maddening winds before? Turns towards Tig.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
We did.
Right.
I'm not keen on remembering it, but
Yeah.
it seems like it's a phenomenon that, I guess, scrapes across the surface of the tundra here. Perhaps its origin is in one of the caves nearby.
Except the wind only caused the problem for us once we listened to it more. From the looks of things,
it was when I attempted to understand it, when I cast comprehend languages.
Okay.
What would random miners and fishers who work with a mix of Elvish and Common have with comprehending languages?
I mean, we couldn't say for sure.
Megan brings up that if they'd settled here, they must have been here long enough for them to start hearing and trying to hear what where it was coming from, trying to understand it in some way themselves.
Also, it was an ancient language that they probably would have understood back then.
Possibly.
And who are we to say that they didn't have any spellcasters among them?
True. Just.
I mean, with the type of wind it is, it might be compelling to those whether or not they can understand the language.
Especially if they're continuously exposed to somewhere closer to a source of it. Starting with the miners first, coming out of the caves, exactly. Which makes one wonder, is there passage hidden deep in the caves around here that could perhaps lead to another plane?
Let's search the rest of the village and see if we can't find any other clues.
Yeah, Trill shudders to think about it, but Wilbertor is well, it might be worth looking into if it can do such damage as this to see if we can put whatever is causing it to rest.
Okay. Keeping the 18 and 24 checks, looking more around the village, it doesn't seem like there's any other signs of life around here. A lot of the other igloos on the inside have been just ransacked, covered in blood. There's one that just has like corpses piled up blocking the entrance. The only other like source of information you could possibly find, and you don't even know if it's information on this, would be the memory shard.
Well, do we take the plunge?
Send it.
All right.
Do it.
In that case, everyone please go into items and open up Memory Shard 7.
Right. Items.
Oh,
Memory
nice.
shard number 7. Oh, it's green.
Oh. Oh, that's right. Word time.
Yep. It's puzzle lock time.
Okay.
Mm,
Okay.
Click, 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 click,
Is
click.
this open?
Blarf.
Larf!
Blarfing.
it looks like, judging by the characters in the last two columns, we might be looking at something that's like an O and then something, so like OTOR ONOS, perhaps.
Oh, yeah.
Or perhaps a
Possibly.
TS or a RS even.
Probably not
those are the ones
Facklin,
that come
though.
to mind in terms of
Six
common
less is
combinations.
Oh, true, yeah. OTS, yeah.
That was one swapped set of letters away from being Falcon.
Falcon!
That's what I was thinking. Not
Falcon punch.
show me your moves.
Facklon.
Facklon.
I don't
Captain
think
Facklon.
it would not be TH because there are no well, it would likely not be TH because there are no vowels in the third column, unless it would be something like THR, you know what I mean? The
Yeah.
other ones wouldn't fit, so I don't think it's that.
You can spell piston. No, wait, you can't. Yeah, yes, you can.
You did what, Miss Scrub?
I'm
God.
trying to think of names we might know. Because does anyone remember what the last word was to unlock the last memory shard we saw?
Comrade.
No.
Comrade. Piston.
Like, I figured I might as well punch it in just in case.
Well, you have to confirm. You have to confirm it to make it go through.
Fiston.
Yeah,
you
click
do?
on the attempt unlock
Yeah.
button on the right if you want to try the combo.
Nope.
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 I failed to
No.
unlock, yeah.
But it is a word.
It is a
Yep.
word.
It is a word, it's just not the right word.
Yeah. It is funny that we could make it with this.
Hmm.
I thought Megan's the one who said, "Ooh, try piston." She's a robot.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna
FAS.
Oh, this is
FAS,
exciting.
FAS. FAR. No.
Just because I have to fart on.
A.
Lock it.
Oh no, come with that.
Oh, it is green, the color of fart gas in cartoons.
Dudes. Huh.
There's
Going
no,
through notes now.
sorry, there's no P in the second comment. I could have said pee soft.
Oh my
Ooh, if
Oh,
only.
God.
Oh, that's 7. Ooh, this is
Earths.
exciting.
That's a word.
Buffs.
Birds.
Earths.
Huh.
don't think that's right, but I'm trying
No,
to.
I didn't unlock.
Currently trying just to match words right now. Yeah, I didn't think so, but just trying to.
Birthin. It's birthin time.
It was worth a shot, but the plural maybe
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. That's that's.
Burton.
Burton.
Lenore.
I don't know about an ON.
Archert.
If you want to,
Is
you
it
can always
safe to
try
say-
intelligence checks to figure out some hints.
Sure, I'll try.
Yes, Please.
I will not.
18.
Despite the presence of an TSOS, you're not sure what plurals could be found, so you think the ending must be ON.
Oh, that ruins my theory then. I was going to say parlor. Parton.
Parlor is the word you can make, but that's not the word.
Yeah.
I did just give you the hint that it's ON, and I wouldn't be lying.
I
if said
know.
parlor.
I was saying that you said that, and I was trying to do parlor, and then you said that. I was like, we can't do that now. My disappointment is immeasurable. My day is ruined. Fashion. We're going
Is
French
also-
now.
We also feel confident that the second one probably has to be the A or the I, considering there's no vowel in between. First
Yeah,
on
unless
the
it's
first
unless
one.
it's TH at the beginning.
I don't.
This is going to be a word now that
Yeah.
we've never heard.
Throon or Threon isn't a word, so...
Mm-hmm.
Hang on.
Bassoon.
Okay, tacton isn't a word, so never
Vision.
mind.
Vision.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh, good.
Click.
Heck yeah!
Hey.
I got
We
you.
did it.
All
You
right.
did it!
Nice.
A light floods over your vision,
Hey.
and you find yourself in these fields, a lot of blood-red spikes growing out of them, an aurora above your heads. The village is still here, still covered in blood, but there's also a campsite nearby, and looking at it, you can see a couple of figures there. There is a lizard folk with a big frill, sitting in a meditative pose and chanting to herself. There is an absolutely fucking jacked elf with a gigantic great axe slung across his back, who is carrying some firewood, throwing it onto a fire. And also some faces you recognize. Warwick, Augustine, and Bellamere. The three of them are looking up at the aurora as it swirls overhead. And Warwick is just sighing, staring at it in wonder. Bellamere sidles over. First time? What? First time seeing an aurora? Yeah, says Warwick, quirking an eyebrow. I would say mine too, but I would be lying. I was born in the cold. I'm a bit awkward. Augustine, what are you doing? Augustine? Augustine, is looking at the aurora, and suddenly the world around Augustine fades, and you feel that you are sharing his vision. And in his vision, there is a figure that is not among the campers. A tall, angelic figure, bronzed skin, a third eye atop her forehead, and glowing beige-white angel wings descending. She lands near Augustine, looks at him, looks up, looks back. Is what is there so beautiful to behold? You would not see divinity? Oh, my apologies. I do see you. I do appreciate being in the presence of an angel such as yourself. You, as guardian of Sedaria, as chooser of its heroes. You being here surely is a good sign, but this is the beauty I wish to see forever. This is the Sedaria that is hopeful. Not what is around us, not what is carnage, not what is blood, what is death, but what is natural, what is showing the best of the world. That is the future I wish to uphold. That's the future I vow to uphold. Tetrasiel, guardian of Sedaria, and angel protector of the king, nods. Then you presume correctly. Fate dictates I be on the side of he who would guide the throne to a new era. Upholding the future, a valorous goal. And that is what I too shall do, if the gods protect us. You feel a tap on your shoulder, all of you at once. Look behind you, the vision around Augustine fades, and you feel yourself back in the loop of the scene. But this time, Bellamere is standing up, waving at you. Hi, so it's a little hard for me to see into Augustine's mind sometimes, but we are connected. That was an angel lady with him, right?
Right.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Mhm. Tetrasiel, the patron angel
Yeah.
of the
we've seen her.
Sidarian continent.
Oh. Well, talk about a sign from the heavens then. If a literal angel, the patron of Sedaria, came down to say, hey, you're doing a good job!
Yeah. Lovely.
Yeah. Makes you wonder what happened.
What happened? What now?
Sorry. Tetrasiel is not who she used to be. It's the easiest way I could put it.
Oh. Yeah, that would make sense. You did have some slightly grimmer attitudes about what you were doing last time I saw you guys.
Oh god. All right. What was the
I can
last time
only
to you?
imagine.
Last time, I think that was when we were going to get Dudeni.
Haven't gone there yet.
Danny, I don't think we've done that one yet.
No, we haven't.
Seems like we're mismatched.
Yeah, sorry, that happens. Dunamancy, it's great right up until you try to get a singular timeline and then nothing's lining up properly.
Don't worry about it. It's nice to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you guys too. Honestly, I missed you. Getting back to the cold that I'm familiar with, but not seeing you guys. Not the greatest experience. That's Dudeni, by the way. Points over towards the jacked as fuck elf. Since you
Out of
sound
character.
like you're
Put him away,
unfamiliar.
slut.
Wow. All right.
Say, Bellamere, I think we spoke with your mother?
Yeah,
see.
Mom.
Correct.
Yeah, Mom running Old Peace Promise back there quite a ways, gestures vaguely to the west. I passed the ceremony, but she still didn't want me to go out adventuring. I guess that's what moms do, though. Worry, huh?
Yeah. As I know.
Yeah. Was there anything, sorry, it's just your mother asked a favor from us, so I figured I would run it by you, but, there was conflict between your father and mother, I take it?
she doesn't really like to talk about Dad all that much. He's away a lot. Like, he goes sailing between here and the Ghost Vale, way up north. Pretty strong dude if he can survive the Ghost Vale, though.
The Ghost Vale, is that a familiar term?
The Ghost
I've never
Vale
heard of
is the colloquial name of the northernmost continent in the realms.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I brain blasted
Oh.
at the last second. Yeah. Huh. Well, I will say this. She misses you greatly. What she's asked of us is to bring back to her mementos that were left by you elsewhere, as I believe a part of your ceremony. I think you mentioned.
Aww, that's real sentimental of her. You can tell her not to worry, though. I'm coming right back soon as we finish this adventure.
Oh. Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
be
we'll,
sure to pass it on if I get the chance.
yeah, I'll tell her that.
Why? What is the goal of your big adventure? I must ask.
We're, well, be careful who you tell this to, because, we got some loyalists out there. We're gonna make a change in Sedaria. One of this group, don't know who yet, gonna be king. Or queen. Salathis is a girl. I don't know if she wants to be, though. She's, a little bit out there.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sure one of you will make a very powerful monarch. But I guess the question is, why? Why do you set out to do such a thing?
I've been, well, Augustine's the one who got us all together. I've been meaning to ask him about it. Gets real quiet when I mention it, though. But, maybe next time you see me, the way Dunamancy works and all that, maybe I'll have an answer for you.
Cross crossed.
I don't have claws, so, I'll just use my fingers instead. Is that okay?
That works. And Tig, who had indeed crossed their claws, kind of like taps against Bellamy's crossed fingers.
Well, great to see you guys. If you're cold out there, I know time's getting short, but there's one thing I can do to help. He spreads his arms. Bring it in. Bring it in.
Of course.
Waylon just goes in.
Oh, okay.
Megan clanks
Sure.
forward.
We just
and
like
joins
sweep
the
up Tig.
group hug.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Tig is caught in the group hug.
Womp.
Legs
They
dangling.
relax despite themselves.
All right. You get into a group hug. Elamir says, "See you next time, okay?" As the world around you fades and you find yourselves back in the village full of blood and death.
Nice.
I'm sorry, just before it fades out, can I ask one quick question?
Sure.
How many times have we met you at this point?
I think this is 5.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's either that or 3. He calls out as you go back to reality.
More than enough
Enough.
times we've met him.
Oh.
Megan grunts and says that she is troubled by what Bellamir said about us having doubts about what we're doing by the time we've met them at that memory crystal.
Yeah.
I don't know. It
Perhaps.
seems only natural. Too.
Well, depending on the accuracy, that's something that happens the next time he meets us.
Whenever that would be relative to us meeting him, I guess.
Yes,
Who knows?
'cause
Mm-hmm.
we now know about the 5th and 7th time we've met, but not the other 12.
Do you have a timeline written down yet, Nix? As
I mean, I can-
as the other resident note taker.
Yeah, I can start transcribing it. Speaking of, I've just hit page 100 of my notes.
Woo! Congratulations.
Okay.
Milestone.
How long does it take for
Congrats.
you to open the document?
Takes about, let's say, a minute
Yes.
to load now.
Oh, me.
God.
How long does it take? Yes.
Yes.
It takes as long
I
as
love
it
you. I'm
wants.
glad you take notes, but I'm glad my website is fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't blame
There's
you.
also a difference between chunks
chat
and all at once.
God. Which chat? Fun fact: I have my own website that I put the notes up on that everyone can access. So
And we thank you with our entire
Thank you.
beings for that.
I'm happy to be useful.
Mhm.
God.
Mm.
So at that point,
Salathis.
it was Augustine's idea, and he wasn't particularly forthcoming with it, I suppose. Would any of you wish to take the throne?
What?
Well,
Well,
it stands to reason that if our goal is to overthrow the Mad King, someone has to take their place.
I thought
yeah,
we were looking for
taxes
Princess.
their temple and points.
I thought we were looking for Princess Song, though.
Helena takes a break from the massive swig she's been taking from her flask, just long enough to say pass at the question, and goes immediately right back to drinking, like
We're
the
not
heaviest you've seen her
even-
so far.
Nice.
Never thought of
It's like a
you.
bottomless flask.
You don't know me!
Is
Lady can drink.
any of us actually capable of taking the throne?
Tiger raises their eyebrows a little bit, but doesn't say anything.
Mm.
Trill just shuffles around nervously, like,
We are looking for Princess Song still, but ultimately there is no guarantee that we will find her, nor no guarantee that it is a path that she would want to take. So consider this a question of curiosity. Any of you?
Yeah, I'm just a little nervous because if their goal was basically, it sounds pretty similar to ours in a way, but I just want to know what happened. What led to all this?
You see, that's the thing, is that we only know what we know of, our history going back, and from what Bellamere says. And Bellamere seems to be very, how one would say,
Optimistic.
charitable. Yes, optimistic
Mhm,
in terms of
for sure.
his assumptions. And he said himself, he's had trouble seeing what Augustine sees. So we don't know. We don't know what Augustine really thought. And from what Bellamere said, we don't even know what he really told them, at least not at this point.
That's true.
Maybe that would be another good thing to find out alongside where Princess Song is what did Augustine want? Or he took it.
Yeah.
The thing that concerns me is the fact that he seemed to genuinely have good intentions when he set out. I'm curious as to why that changed.
Something corrupted him. Not even just him, all of them.
Well,
We don't know how far it went through all of them because, from what we know, both Bellamere and Mr. Great Axe died before the coronation. And depending on when the corruption happened, and if it was possibly because of the two of their deaths,
I don't know. I think that we have perhaps a very good idea of the origin of the corruption. Kanavak, the monarch who instituted the rule of might, the one who is connected through Acherite to happenings that are still going on in this realm. I think, whether it was intentional or not, he tainted it. And Sidaria has been suffering the consequences ever since.
That definitely sounds plausible. I wouldn't doubt it.
So you're saying every monarch is cursed in a way?
potentially,
I
at least
mean-
if they use Acherite.
Then why should we have a throne at all?
I think that has to do with the law of the land. It is true those that govern can only govern with, consent of the governed, but when an entire continent has a guardian angel and is under the scrutiny of higher powers, well, there are influences at play that are larger and more powerful than those that mortal hands can wield. I think it takes a lot more force to break an outer influence like that than many would find possible. I know that a number of the Sidarian rulers were benevolent, chose to do good things, but that doesn't change the fact the throne of Sidaria is passed down blood and violence. I believe without exception.
Well, if that's the case, then in answer to your question, no, I wouldn't want the throne. And
It was just
I
a
don't-
question after all.
Yeah, how you explained it, I don't want a throne. I mean, it's not my place, I don't live here anymore, but it uses a throne when all it leads to is corruption.
Neither of us lived here anymore, and yet the land still called to us in its own way. I believe that we are fated to die here, no matter how long it takes.
Nyx looks horrified at that and then, looks genuinely upset and just says, "Sorry, can we leave? I just want my mom."
My apologies. And Tig dips their head and kind of retreats from the conversation.
We're gonna bring this in for a little hug.
Mhm.
Some gestures for anybody else.
Foiling goes up and just holds Nyx close, kind of gently rubbing the back of their hands.
You can feel Nyx like kind of freeze up, feeling that. It's like they let it happen for about maybe 5-10 seconds, and then they push away and just like, no, I shouldn't. Sorry, it's just the cold.
It's okay, Nyx. It's a lot to take in.
Let's get out of here. It's the environment. It's not
Megan
beneficial.
nods.
Yeah, it's
should move on.
sorry. It's the
Mhm.
it's the bodies. I just can't.
You exit the village and
If,
cross out of
yeah.
the fallen fields. So, the falling snow dies down a little until dusk falls and you find a place to make camp.
About how far away from the village do we end up?
You've trekked for at least 5 hours, so, like, a while.
Okay.
Good.
This village, we're out of here.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah, no, we're done with the village.
Right. It's time for some watches.
Lunchtime. Lunchtime.
All right. As usual, I'll take the front. Perception. Let's just perceive. Dang it, that was almost an 18.
You've got a lot on your mind right now. You don't. You're looking more inward than outward right now. Right, second watch.
Second watch, here we go.
Tiger's awake with you, so they would confer advantage.
Oh Lord.
I
What are
am
these
2
rules
seconds.
tonight?
No, okay, no.
Thank
I'm
you,
2 seconds away from
multipliers.
crumpling Zidane, throwing him out, and making a new one. This is actually cursed.
Well,
Why?
knowing it's not
Are you gonna-
Zidane, it's Toylan, so
And are you gonna let the arrows take him?
The arrows have been taken, and what do you want about?
No, like fully.
Ugh,
Actual villain arc.
no, literally.
What's up, motherfuckers? I'm back! No, you don't see anything. Just a lot of snow and ice. Third watch.
Third watch. Third watch. Third watch.
Hey,
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my god, natural 20, let's go. Okay. So, with that, I'm going to just straight up confirm that looking ahead, yes, you do see, carved into a mountain far to the north, there appears to be a big temple of some kind. Likely where you're going, in search of the treasure. And to the northwest, as I go double check the map, to the northwest, you can see a giant cave that looks like the maw of some creature, and silhouetted against it briefly as you squint across the snow, almost blending in entirely with it, is a gigantic white tiger. Like, this is at least double the size of any tiger that you have seen before, or even read about before, considering you might not have ever seen a tiger, but it's fucking huge, and you blink, and then it is gone.
the mega tiger.
Mega tiger.
Mega tiger. Alright.
Come morning, I let Trill know what I saw.
Cool.
I don't know if it was necessarily natural or not, but a mysterious animal seems up your alley at least, so.
Does this sound like the tiger we should probably be avoiding?
It might be the tiger you should probably be avoiding.
Oh, it's his brother, the off-white tiger.
You wouldn't happen to have seen where it disappeared to, did you?
One moment it was there, the next it was gone.
Awesome. Vigilance, everyone.
There's a mega tiger on the loose.
Right. You trek northward and get to the base of the mountain. The climb up it looks treacherous, but once it gets to the temple, the path is a lot smoother. So what that means is that I'm going to need everybody to make an athletics check.
Ho ho ho!
Everybody.
Can I just fly up?
Yeah, climb.
That is the one token, so
That's actually really funny.
that's so funny.
Well, I rolled a 14.
Cool.
Okay, well, I'll roll
Hey.
it manually then.
Sorry, I got distracted. I didn't even see that
Athletics.
picture of Dudeni, and he looks really cool. He's so Nyx's type.
Oh my god. Above
Athletics,
man,
you
yeah,
said?
he's so the type.
Nyx's
can
type
I-
is beef.
Can I possibly acrobatics?
Sure.
Good, I can do that. Mostly.
I don't know, can you?
It's not up to you.
It's not up to you, though, is it? That is not the right map. Whoops. I will take you back to some
It's
spooky-ass mountains.
Rip.
Pretend
it's very dark
this is
here.
the mountain.
Rip and skip.
Pretending.
Ending.
Oh, like
Pretending.
tumultuous.
Okay. So, the climb overall is rough. It is rugged. You're being buffeted by winds on the way up here, and it takes you like double the time it would have without wind.
Oh.
The map seems to be taking its sweet time.
Oh, that means it's colder.
Oh, it wasn't just me. Okay.
I feel like with Nyx's phobia, that's going to quadruple their time.
Just
It's
finally
not,
need to just wrap rope around people and climb just so they have
Just
something.
drag them up.
Yeah, is that the case? Is like
Also, warm yourself up.
Actually-
Prestidigitate your own boots and gloves and stuff.
Oh, true. Yeah, so like, Nyx will
Which I
get
think
cold,
I
get
kind of
scared,
like
and then just
casually reminds them of.
yeah, they just start packing themselves all over.
Getting toasty, baby.
Toasty.
God, it's kind of, you notice it's not so much like the cold that's bothering them, more the wind. But they're trying to insulate it as best they can.
The wind chill that'll kill ya.
No kill.
Maybe a widow kill, just a smidge.
No, thank
As a
you.
treat.
As a treat.
Okay, there we go.
yay.
Oh.
All right. As you enter the temple, Carolina starts looking over her notes and muttering to herself, taking notes. The inside of the temple is still very cold. There's frost on a whole bunch of things. But there are also a series of murals carved onto the stone walls. There are labels that go along with these 4 murals that are written in Druidic.
Ooh.
Like actual druidic or like an ancient form?
Ancient form of
That I
Druidic.
may or may not.
Still
Understand.
readable. Still readable, but ancient druidic.
Mm,
All right, so
okay.
there's like an overlying banner carved into the walls.
I will read it.
Okay, as you read the banner, and the banner reads, the 5 virtues of the Torden. You go to the first mural. It is essentially a whole bunch of various humanoid figures with deer antlers and very thick furs around them, gathered around, bows at the ready, surrounding a frosted tree. And the reading beneath it is, "We preserve the land. It nurtures us. It supports us. It is from where we are born, and it is from where we are die. From where we are born and to where we go when we die. We preserve the land." The second one appears to be showing some kind of a funeral ceremony. There is a corpse on a pyre, as there are other humanoid figures, again with the antlers, holding out their hands in some kind of prayer. This one reads, "We honor the dead. They blaze the trails we did not know of. They share from beyond what we would have taken their generations to learn. We honor the dead." The third one is these same figures forming some kind of splint to support the broken leg of another humanoid figure. This one reads, "We support the infirm. While you breathe, there is much you can do. The deaf can sow a field. The blind, even, can guard our ancestral relics. There is nothing the dead can do but give us knowledge. We support the infirm."
Oh, that's very nice.
And the fourth one shows one of these humanoid figures with the antlers planting a totem with a gigantic deer skull in the snowy ground atop a mountain, and it reads, "We proclaim we are alive. Without bravery, there is no true life. Without valor, none to know you, to tell your story. The land we preserve is ours as long as we are there to let it know so. We proclaim we are alive." And of those 4 murals, that is what you can decipher from the 5 virtues, so the banner says, of the Torden. You look around, and there looks to be a place where a 5th mural was, but it is overgrown with crystals.
Oh. Yeah, Trill was reading that aloud so everybody understood, but while reading, kind of like got a little choked up, little teary-eyed, reading through.
Oh.
But
You're right.
yeah, but yeah, he'll also look to the 5th and see the crystals in like kind of like inspecting them a little bit. Like, are they like crystals? Are they like ice or?
They look to be icy crystals, in all kinds of different colors, like red to violet, the colors of the rainbow. All right, so I think I got to the point where it starts leading towards steps towards treasure, if there is treasure in here. So it says, "To progress, you must need a key. The key beyond is Frozen Flame."
Frozen Flame. Oh, God. More riddles.
A door over there, so I'm
good.
assuming that's what the key is for, says Carolina, pointing towards a massive stone door.
Can we look closer at the door?
Yep. It
Yeah.
is huge, like 20, 30 feet tall, you would wager, carved into the stone itself with intricate detail. There does not appear to be a keyhole.
Damn.
Darn,
Frozen
no hole?
flame.
No holes.
How's Swift
goes
ever
that
gonna
idea.
survive?
No.
I'm sure she'll be fine. Right. What constitutes frozen flame?
Well, typically,
Hmm.
one cannot freeze a flame due to composition.
Mhm.
How would, and even if one were able to freeze flame, where are we supposed to insert it or place it?
Well,
Would this be the fabled true ice?
I was
Hmm.
gonna say.
maybe. Like, maybe not literally, but what if maybe combining the elements using a slab of ice or something to maybe project the flame through it through light,
Ooh,
like
that's a good
factoring.
idea. Like refracting
Wait.
the light through the ice?
Yeah,
Oh, like the
Mhm.
crystals. Crystals will do that.
Yes.
yeah.
That could be worth a shot.
Yeah, go for it.
Can anybody make ice?
Does anyone have Ray of Frost?
I
at all?
can.
Yeah. Yeah, I've only got Create
Yeah.
Bonfire, so.
Tig steps forward and kind of dragging their claws up the strings of their lute, flicks them down and casts Ray of Frost to make some ice.
A little sheet of ice appears within the chamber. Now what?
I
Now we
don't
get the
know.
fire.
I was hoping that would do
Um,
it, but honestly,
Wasn't the plan to
did-
like refract the light of the fire through the ice?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I have like
All right.
a torch or something that maybe we could
keep
use, or
creating that
put it close to
if
bonfire.
Megan has something better.
Well, I do have my oil. I do have my lamp, which
And
has a fire in it.
Nyx has create bonfire.
I do.
I don't want the ice to instantly melt. We'll try with a little
Well,
flame
just
first.
tell me what
Yeah.
to do and I can keep casting it.
Okay. Well, Megan's gonna like light her lamp, and then open up like cover the other sides of it so that like there's just like one beam of it coming out, beam of light coming out, and then she's gonna shine it towards the sheet of ice, like trying to make sure that like the light goes through and stuff.
All right.
And then
As the light refracts through the ice, you move ice around in a little sheet in various angles until you see the silhouette of a keyhole on the door where there was not one before.
Oh.
very clever, very very clever.
Oh.
I
Question
move
number
to pick
2,
it.
where's the key?
And I move to pick it.
You sure can. These tools check.
Bardic,
I swear if this works.
take
it's a keyhole, why wouldn't it?
Bardic from me. Shebang, you have a d6.
And you're gonna need it.
That's good. I need it.
Yeah, you need
Damn.
it.
Damn.
Oh.
Damn.
It's something.
Nothing doing. Your tools can't seem to find any purchase or anywhere where there's like a locking mechanism or a hinge. There's got to be some kind of unconventional key that opens this door.
Maybe. Well, I don't suppose there's a welcome mat for us to check under.
No.
So we better get searching.
Is there any other clues besides frozen flame?
I mean, there are some more clues here, but I'm guessing this is the door that needs a key in Frozen Flame, and I don't want to confuse anyone by doing further clues. Unless you all want them, like, right now.
I mean, no?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they apply is the problem to this door.
No, that's what I mean, yeah. Well, Frozen Flame, it's just...
Let's look around more with our little makeshift beacon. See if there's anything.
Yeah.
See if there's any like objects or whatever that we
Right.
can pick up.
Sure.
Your light through the beacon shines around the temple, shines off the murals, shines off the crystals, shines off some rubble, some more just general frozen stone.
All right. Well, we'll put this back on. We'll put the spotlight back onto the keyhole for now, and then we'll have to do some manual searching.
I don't think it's gonna work, but I just think the visual is funny. I'm gonna blow in the keyhole with my repulsion breath and see if anything happens.
Oh.
A loud resonant sound
Sorry,
echoes
like
through the
nothing
chamber.
Sins.
Yeah, nope, nothing doing.
Okay.
If the key is in Frozen Flame, maybe we can try putting ice, because the bread thing gave me an idea. Maybe we could try putting ice into the keyhole.
Yeah.
Worth a shot, I suppose. Give me a moment. Ty kind of like crouches in front of it, or not crouches in front of it, stands in front of it because the door's so goddamn big, and kind of like blows off their pointed claw, like they point their claws at the keyhole and blow into it to cast Ray of Frost, like into the mechanism of the keyhole itself.
Ice is blown into the keyhole. Nothing happens. You hear
Yeah, what now?
You hear a snapping sound. Then you turn around. Helena has broken off one of the crystals, a blue one. Looks at it. I don't know. I don't think this is true ice. Tosses it over to Nyx.
So the crystals are a bunch of different colors. Are there any that look fire-like almost?
Yeah, there are some red
Reds,
ones in
oranges,
there.
like that? Yeah.
Whoa.
Quickly melt the ice we put in the keyhole.
Take a look at some of those and see if that would work, as I kind of like dismisses the Ray of Frost there.
You head over to the crystals, break off a red one, and head over to the keyhole, putting the crystal in. Click!
Oh.
Stone doors grind open.
Oh,
Thank
I was
you,
unaware they were
Helena.
colorful. Okay.
Hey,
They're
good
colorful
work.
crystals.
Okay.
Thank you, Helena.
Sure.
I did something, says Helena, throwing her hands up in the air. You continue along the
It's
pathway.
appreciated.
It goes back outside, up and above the temple, as Carolina then looks at her notes, looks up, back at the door. Well, maybe this clue didn't apply, because it says, the guard hound of the gate awaits. Passage is beyond his sinister maw.
The guard hound.
The guard hound of the gates awaits.
We're gonna
Passage
have
is
to
beyond his sinister maw. Where his gullet descends, you move for the sun, bane of trolls.
We're gonna have to climb into a mouth.
It could be metaphorical.
And as you say this and continue climbing upward, you find before you, like closer to the top of the mountain, a series of 3 caves with stalagmites and stalactites jutting out from it, looking like jagged teeth.
Sorry, it
Metaphorical.
was where his
Got it.
gullet is, the sun descends. The
Where
Bane of
his
Trolls,
gullet
correct?
descends, you move for the sun, bane of trolls. So, let
Okay,
me
so
let
the
me
East
copy
Summit
and paste
one.
this clue in.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I'd say probably the easternmost cave. Well, assuming they're laid out in a way that there is an easternmost one.
They are, yeah. There's like left to right caves.
Yeah,
Yeah, because that's where the sun rises, isn't it?
exactly.
All right. East one it is. So let's try it.
I go into east one.
I shall follow.
You head into the easternmost cave. It is a little bit warmer in here, shielded from the snow outside. But you're not detecting any signs of traps or anything that is a monster in here waiting to eat you. So, you would wager you chose the correct cave. You
Wow.
Hey,
continue heading further into it until you get to a tunnel that curves downward deeper into the mountain.
Any more clues in verse, Carolina, or was that it?
Looks down, looks up. So, those stalactites are teeth. So that's a mouth. Would this be his gullet?
Presumably. One
Down
gets
the
swallowed up by
hole.
the earth, what doesn't one?
Right. Yeah, but
And
This-
it is a descent. So
it is a descent.
on we go.
So we move for the sun here, I think.
So now we go to the west.
Yeah.
There is no west.
Does the path split at all?
No.
Hmm.
The only other place I can think of the sun going is up.
yes, up we go.
Looks up.
That looks like a rocky ceiling.
Uh-huh. Gross.
Hmm.
Looks like-
Tig is gonna cast detect magic
Okay.
to see if they can see any like illusion magic or anything that would be.
The ceiling
concealing
is
the
an
path.
illusion.
I will tap
Oh,
it with my
look at
staff
that.
then.
Tig's pink eyes like flash, and then they just kind of they prestidigitate like a little pebble, and then chuck it up at the ceiling.
Eye has pink eye? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Tig has pink eyes.
I said pink eye. I said
Not quite. Hush.
Mhm.
Well,
As you chuck the
then
pebble, the
Trill
ceiling
up with the
shimmers.
rope?
Yeah, the ceiling shimmers, fades away. There looks like an upward slanting tunnel that goes upwards rather than downwards into the mountain, reachable by rope. So as you go, toss the rope up there, clamber on up. You continue following the tunnel until you get back outside to the top of the mountain, like an interior cave, basically, surrounded on almost all sides by snow and rock. Before you is a very intricately carved circle of runic circles, concentric even, interlocking with each other, and a gigantic statue of a man in a meditative pose. There is a slightly raised dais at the center of this runic circle, and Carolina then looks at her notes. Right, so this is going to be the last clue. Before the Great Watcher, guardian of all spirits, sound out the cold's call and answer its whispers.
From experience, I don't think that's a good idea.
is this the part where we go up the chromatic scale?
Ooh, this is pretty.
God. Watcher, guardian of all spirits, sound out the cold's call and answer its whispers. I think
Let's do it.
Tig is gonna move forward, like towards the dais, and they're going to honestly like clamber up like towards the statue and listen to see if there's any sound coming from it.
Okay. It sounds like howling wind to you.
Nothing intelligible that I'm getting.
Trill is gonna kind of like nudge Phelan. Just be like, howl.
As you howl, Phelan, seconds after, you hear phantasmal horns echoing around you, like matching the pitch and tone of your howls. And then this loud drum noise as the winds start to coalesce in front of you into a vaguely humanoid shape. And you hear like this trilling, echoing voice on the wind from it. Strangers you are to the winter song, yet sing the winter song you do. Do you know of the true way, the way of those who built and honored this temple?
Sorry, fellow, I was typing.
Yeah. No?
Trill's gonna kind of like step up a little bit and be like, I don't know specifically this temple, but I was raised on the ideals of this temple in my own land.
Then you will know the answers to what I speak. Answer me thus. The mother from which we all are born, to which we all return, how do we honor her?
Shit.
We preserve the land.
What was that?
We preserve the land.
That's it. We preserve the land.
There is a gentle breeze past you. The truth has been accepted. For are fallen, those of the knowledge before. How shall we remember them?
We honor them.
Another gentle breeze. The deaf can pull a cart, can sow a field. How shall we honor him?
My memory is so bad.
We support the infirm.
That's it. We support the infirm.
Another gentle breeze. The land we honor, which gives us life and purpose. How do we answer?
We
Mine.
proclaim that we are alive.
Proclaim we are alive.
Another gentle breeze. And last virtue, but truest of all, to which all other virtues point. In this land we honor, we preserve. What is our goal? It is then you remember the fifth mural was broken.
Figured out yet? Yep.
Yeah.
This one was broken. Shit. Rich quick.
Yeah. God. Thinking. Sorry, the question is that which we preserve, right?
The land that we preserve, what is our goal in it?
Trill's like instinctual response would be to coexist.
Oh, honestly, that was mine. That was mine too. Same brain cell.
Your answer
You want to send it?
is acceptable. Pass, friend of the frozen north. Honor what has been left behind here. The figure disappears into the wind, and the statue grinds aside, revealing deep below a treasure hoard.
Yeah, I'm really gonna honor this.
All right.
Let's
Figure
fucking
ownership.
go.
Nizip, who's just been biting their tongue in the background, like, don't say anything, don't say anything.
Don't say.
Sorry, I just needed to remove the fog of war so I could see if this was Buddha. It's not Buddha.
It's not
I
Buddha.
was going to do so, but I'm locked. I can't move.
No moving for you.
Oh no.
All right. Everyone go ahead and go into the journal tab, loot, treasure map treasures, Torden's treasure.
Loot, treasure map,
treasure map,
treasures,
treasure.
Torden's treasure. Torden.
Nice.
Ho
We got his girl from Splatoon.
What the fuck? Fine clothes threaded with electrum. Why would you do that? That is disgusting.
Well,
They're so
That
warm.
No.
For one thing,
that.
it means certain gemstones have other magical properties, so on and so on. Ooh, a fife? Request.
Five request. 5 accepted.
Let's see.
Yeah, baby, let's go.
Sorry with this.
I just want to read the necklace.
Aquamarine
It's all
black.
pregnant.
Same matter. No, magical. Oh.
What?
Oh wait.
Oh, what? What'd you?
I'm reading that necklace. I am reading that necklace.
Oh, tell me.
I'm also reading the necklace right now.
I would
Ooh.
personally, I might give this to Nizip or Megan. Maybe.
Ooh.
Well, we have to identify things first.
I want to read
But-
it.
Hmm.
The icy shield.
So. Jesus.
The spike of cold steel is topped with a menacing spike of ice. It never seems to melt.
I want to read it.
No.
I want to read it.
Okay, only one person click on the necklace at a time.
Okay.
Listen, you do it.
Missa, click on the necklace.
I'll while you guys figure that out, I'll split the currency.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, until the next dawn. Okay. So yeah, identifying what beads are on it will be integral.
Icy shield.
You need to identify it first. I need to find where the identify button is to not identify it. Whoop. Stop being identified, goddammit!
Another merchant's cap.
It's trimmed with ermine.
Wow.
Right. Currency distributed by 9 party members means we all get 8 platinum, 353 gold, 892 silver, 85 copper, and a 5 copper remainder for whomever feels they deserve it, I guess.
I think we give the extra to Trill.
All right.
Yeah.
All those good ideas today.
Helena and Barkot are looking over the weapons. Helena clears her throat. So I know we were talking sword, but I could also probably use a pike.
Ooh. Yeah, I think giving Helena the pike would be awesome. More. Oh my God, we're giving Helena bolt beam coverage.
Yes.
A new bow for Barkat?
Yeah, I'm about to say, should we? I want to give the bow to Barkat.
New toy for Lizard.
New toy for Lizard.
Uh-oh.
Let's get my
Uh-oh.
PP hard.
Oh, no Electrum. Sad.
No Electrum. Alright. In the meantime, congratulations all. The treasure is yours. We have gone way over, and I'm sorry for that, but while you sort out treasure, I'm going to take us into the ending. Thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully we'll see you next week. Bye-bye!
Bye-bye.
Bye.